look. Okay, so whatever happened to the sixth member of the internet, right? Okay, so bear with me. So you know the Ego Death album, right? Let's take a quick picture, right? So we have the members. There's five that we know of in the internet, right? We got Sid and the crew. We got Sid, Matt, Chris. We got everybody there. We got all five of them, right? I will admit that I don't know the other two that very well, them being members. And of course, Steve Lacy. I gotta forget Steve Lacy, y'all. Anyway, Steve Lacy, also in the group. But as you can see on the Ego Death album, right? If you look at the cover, there's one guy in there. He's like off to the far right, a really skinny dude. Was he just on the album cover just to be on the album cover? Was he a feature? Was he originally like an original member of the band? Like what happened? And of course, if you go to Hive Mind, you see the rest of the group. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself, right? So let me give you a little bit of information about the internet. If you don't know, it's okay if you don't know. I want to convert you today if you don't know. All right, so the internet is an American R&B and soul band formed in Los Angeles, California. This group was formed around 2011, led by lead vocalist Sid the Kid, also known as Sydney Bennett, and produced by Matt Martians, also known as Matt Martin, both of whom are members of the hip-hop collective Odd Future. Y'all, Odd Future was a whole entire thing. If you weren't there, you had to be there. 2013, y'all. It was a whole entire time, y'all. It was like Wolfgang Amadeus, K-Word them all, can't say that on certain platforms, but yeah, Wolfgang, y'all. Anyway, the band also included guitarist Steve Lacy, bassist Patrick Page II, and drummer Christopher Smith, as we know. But just thinking about the whole entire situation, like whatever happened to the sixth member? There's five of them, right? Yeah, it's five. That's five. Part of Odd Future. I don't know if he was just a middleman who was just, in there on the album, co-producer or whatever. But anyway, yeah, just randomly, I don't even know where that dude went. The rest of the group is there. I think the group's disbanding now or disbanded because, Sid's doing his own thing and Steve Lacy is, of course, doing his thing as well. So, I mean, like, it's really a hit or miss when it comes to that now. I mean, we may or may not get a whole entire album after, Hive Mind. I mean, it is what it is. It can't be helped. We are in the future. Well, not in the future. Oh my gosh, what am I thinking? We're in the present. I mean, technically, I guess we are in the future if you think from like a perspective of the past. But anyway, it's what it is. Let's go on. They had their what was it called? Hold on a minute. What about Purple Naked Ladies? That was technically like their first thing they had did in 2011, right? Yeah. 2011, they had the Purple Naked Ladies album. I know what happened in my notes, y'all. Oh, quick second. I'm gonna get to it real quick. I know what happened here. Let me check that musical discography real quick. I don't want to be getting any type of musical. Yes. Purple Naked Ladies, 2011 is when that dropped right there. I will admit I didn't really listen to it. Also, the Feel Good album. You got me. I didn't listen to that either. They called me on Ego Death when my friends were talking about that one song called Girl. Y'all, that was crazy. That was really crazy. That one album though. But from the Ego Death, it was like considerably far more better though. And they did have that one song, Breakaway Girl, Special After, and Getaway. It was crazy. And then the Hive Mind album was like, 2018? That was a pretty good production right there. I definitely won't lie. A good contemporary R&B album and soul music, but it was kind of like an old kind of funk with it. You know what I mean? So it really resonated with me on that term right there. But you can't go wrong with the Ego Death. That album right there alone in 2015 was pretty good. That was just peak right there. Absolute peak. But yeah, I don't even know what happened to the sixth member. All of a sudden, he was like right there. Maybe it was like in the first rendition of the two first albums that was actually there. And then came the third album. And then they probably got rid of him. And then it was like the rest of the other five members. But yeah, just faded away right there. Just randomly. Really crazy. But anyway, I'm pretty sure somebody out there can actually find out what it is. Because I definitely don't know what it is. But you probably can guess what happened. Maybe. We're both vibing on the same page. But the whole entire group itself is just incredible. Just a banger after banger. It's sad they won't be making any type of new music anytime future, though. I mean, is what it is, but we are moving into the future. But they need to make a whole entire new album. They absolutely do. Absolutely do. But like, I was thinking about something else completely different, though. Like, you do know this one show, right? It's called One Piece. You might know about it. If you've looked into it a little bit. Now they have like about 1,084 episodes and they are still counting. I think they started like around what, 1997, 95, 97? They're up there. They're almost as old as me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, didn't think a show like that would actually have any type of syndication after it being like what, even 5 years. Even the best show doesn't even last that long right there. It's crazy that it has kind of longevity, but the plot, the characters, and everything else just always comes through, especially with the main character Luffy. It's just the determination, the ambition, the loyalty to friends, and just like, I don't know how they really up it every single time. Well, I mean, like, they gotten better with the animations going into the future. But that's just crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Like how they one up every single episode and they just make the characters even better. Like who would have thought that like out of all the renditions right there, like Sanji was a whole entire cyborg. Who would have known that? Also a prince, Luffy, who his dad was, and then Zoro, the backstory behind there. Really, really crazy. Just thinking about like how they kind of interconnected all the characters into what they are today. It's just something. I don't know. It's just something really great. I guess it's why they've been around for so long, since 1977 or 95, depending on like your Google search or where you're from. I don't know, but just absolute peak when it comes to that right there. And of course, like I think my favorite character up on there has to possibly be, what's his name? It's either Zoro or Luffy. It's got to be Luffy. Definitely Luffy. Main character energy right there. You just can't go wrong with the main character right there. Just freaking great right there. However, getting onto another different subject though, what I will say is like, even though Luffy is the main character, has a really, really horrible appetite, but hopefully you don't have one of those horrible appetites, because like whenever you do eat, you need to eat like meaningful kind of things right there. Like granted, I'm having like fruit. It's the apple, banana, and some peanut butter. Don't be like me. Don't do that. But what you could do is whenever you are eating, make sure you're eating like your whole grains and everything, and make sure it's tasty but also meaningful, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it does. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, make sure you get like get your beefs, get your chickens, get your turkey. If you're gonna make some greens, throw a whole turkey leg up in there, cook it down, season it up, and like for a little bit of side, maybe you can get like some ribs, like about 3 to 4 ribs, right? Don't get no pork ribs. That's not good right there. Get you some beef ribs, right? Cook it up on the grill. Get you like 5. Get you a side of cabbage, maybe a little bit of sweet potato. That's really good right there. And if it's not gonna be greens, get your greens and get a whole entire head of cabbage. Cook that up, boil it down, and it's gonna be really, really good. It's gonna be absolutely good. Oh, and get some twice as big macaroni. Now that twice big right there. Whenever I make that right there, I put a little bit of kielbasa up in there. Turkey sausage, if you don't use a little bit of kielbasa or whatever, some type of meat that actually give like a little bit of flavor along with the seasonings, it's, you really can't go wrong with that. Make sure you really season up the cabbage, because if you don't, it's gonna taste like a pot of greens and water, and you don't wanna be doing that right there. That's the last thing you wanna do. Make sure you season up the cabbage really, really good. And also put your greens over there and cook it in the turkey leg or the chicken broth. You can do chicken broth or you can do a whole entire turkey leg. It depends on whichever one you want to kind of do, but it's really good how you do it right there. Absolutely. You cannot go wrong with that whatsoever. I can't stress that enough. Oh, again, I'm on lunch. I'm literally having fruit, peanut butter, apple, banana, and hold on, what else is up in here? Let me just check. Apple, banana, and an orange. I got 2 oranges. What I had for breakfast was a far cry from what you should possibly. Well, I mean, I had the same thing that I'm having for lunch, so I'm gonna keep the dinner kind of heavy. I'm probably gonna have like a turkey sandwich, just some avocado and a little bit of chips and everything. Just be mindful of whatever you're eating, and then do a little walk for a whole entire hour if you can. Yeah, baby, go ahead and just treat yourself right there. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. It's the hour walk is all you need. We can keep it real simple. Just eat light, eat heavy a little bit for dinner, but also like listen to your body. Make sure you take into account of what you need, your vitamins, your minerals, all that good stuff. Yeah. Well, I've gone over the 10-minute mark right now. That means that this possibly won't be able to get posted on TikTok. Oh, well, I can keep this going because I literally have a whole entire rest of this stuff going on. But anyway, make sure you listen to your body. Make sure you aren't heeding your cravings, because that will get you. That's what'll get you right there. And if you overeat, don't overeat. Don't listen to your cravings. Listen to your, hunger. Like you really feel your hunger. Like, oh yeah, I'm really actually hungry. It's not a craving. I'm literally hungry. And like, give your body some substance. You really do need that. Like you absolutely do. Like don't skimp on that right there. Make sure you get your greens, your red meats, chicken, turkey, all that kind of stuff right there. Like you need your protein, especially. Oh no, 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 hold up. Some peanut butter. Get you a little bit of peanut butter if you can get no chicken or some meat in general. So it'll actually be really good. You can be, pretty full. Or maybe like some almonds, some peanuts, a little something, something right there. But yeah. But I've taken up enough of your time today. Me just being a little health guru nut. Make sure you tune in for next time for our next episode right here. A few people kind of came in today and whatnot. They're very kind and caring kind of individuals. But anyway, you guys take it easy. Eat a biscuit, not a Popeyes biscuit, because I think will probably kill you. And we'll talk later. All right, later.